Hey guys, Jojo here with a very huge TSLU update. Got a lot of stuff done. No, I did not quit on you guys. Sorry, it's been so long since the last update. But anyway, part of that was due to a moving scare. My parents had considered moving. So I basically just stopped, for fear, I would get, like I have 3 feet or almost 6 feet ballasted right here. So I was worried that stuff like this would go to waste if I'm just going to be building a new layout in a year or two anyway. So anyway, that's done. They decided, not to, save money, start going on yearly vacations or a couple of years. So anyway, just something they were throwing around, and I was, I wasn't going to tell them, I don't want to because of my layout. That's stupid. I mean, this is not my life. I mean, yeah, this is, 400 or 500 plus hours of work, but, if it comes down to my parents being happy for the rest of their lives, that's priceless. So, anyway, enough about that. Anyway, as you can see, I've got more ballast done here, and I did ballast where the road's gonna be, just in case I end up moving the road or making it narrower or wider than I thought, so I just figured I'll cover it up. But it's my normal ballast work, so nothing's changed. I did add a little bit of black into it. Sparky 107, I think you mentioned this several months ago, probably almost a year ago, to add black to my ballast, and I did in very small numbers. So thank you, Sparky. I really like it. I didn't add as much as you told me to, but I do like adding the black. I was very against it, but I was watching some of your older videos a couple weeks ago, and I was looking at the black, and I was like, I need to try that. I mean, I need to try that. So I went with your suggestion, and went out on a wing and did it, and I ended up liking it. Well, I liked it so much, I did it on 8 feet over there. So anyway, this is basically 6 feet. I have 4 feet down here and then 3 feet there, so it's about 6-7 feet ish. So anyway, nothing else has changed in the town. I still haven't ordered these buildings, but I did get this UPS store in, and then I got 7 of these, and they were like $10 each, and super cheap plastic. But I mean, at the end of the day, you're paying for the logo. So work followed me home officially. So anyway, those are pretty cool. I mean, I like them. It's just for $10. I mean, they're just, would have expected a little bit more. But I got a bunch of these, and yeah, one of the older logo. I've only ever seen one of those, and actually a couple months ago at work I saw this unit, and then a couple days later there's a brand new paint job in the building, but the inside was still, normal. So I guarantee that's what got repainted. Guarantee it. So anyway, that's just what I got there for new stuff. I also got this UPS hub because that's the building I actually work in, but I have no room on the layout anywhere. So yeah, we'll see. I just figured, I'd have to have it. I got it, I think it was like $47 or something. Really good deal on that. So I'll just keep it, put on my next layout in 30 years. I mean, I have it. So anyway, that's nice to have. And I got some 28-foot trailers. Really a bummer that these chassis aren't decorated. I was very bummed out about that. But oh well, those bottom two are empty. I got some 53 and 48 foots as well, and I actually just sold my spine car to Chip because it can only go on this outside track, and it's not worth having a car I can barely use. So hopefully he'll get more use out of it than I do. He actually just bought a bunch of UPS trailers, so that's what he'll be using his for. So that's pretty cool. While I'm over here, I'm going to show you guys all my new rolling stock I've acquired over the past 2 months. Start from the latest. I was able to pick up 5 more auto racks since the last video. So I got another UP, 2 Santa Fe's, another CSX, and a Norfolk Southern. So yeah, I'm done with Autoracks now at the moment, unless I stumble across some on eBay. I don't plan on buying any more anytime soon. So anyway, I'm really happy with those, except every single car has different coupler heights. Very, very annoying. So I've got some time on my hands that needs devoted to these. So anyway, I was then able to win this on eBay for 14 bucks, believe it or not. Brand new for 14 bucks. High cube. And then this was actually ended up being 40. But this car is just beautiful. Same as this one. They're 8 months apart run-wise, but they're exact same mold and everything, just different. I believe this is a grind model. It's not very shiny. It feels a little bit sandy, just like this one does. And this was called a grind model, meaning it's already weathered, ready to roll wise. So anyway, I'm not sure if it is or not, but it sure feels like it, because this feels unlike any other train car I've felt before. Very distinct difference. So yeah, this is definitely a grind model then, I guess. But I was under the assumption that the grind models were actually supposed to be patched. So who knows? We'll see. It could just be a new type of paint, but it definitely does. These two cars feel very different than everything else. So anyway, I also was able to get really lucky with these. 52 bucks, brand new, 2 American Limited cars. So that's very cool, and I just got word today that American Limited is closing or / for sale. So I'm very glad I got those. I bet those are going to start to go up in eBay. They're already up to like 50 bucks each, and I was lucky enough to win 2 for 52 bucks. So together, you know, so that was awesome. I know I have one more thing, but I forget. Oh, here it is. I was able to get this SD40-3. A lot of problems. It was a piece of crap when I got it. I sent it back. I got it back. It's still a piece of crap. So anyway, I did narrow it down. It's just a power hog, and they actually told me this is almost a 2-amp engine, which is absolutely freaking insane. I never would have even considered buying this if I knew it took almost 2 amps. That is just freaking insane. That should have been in something, because I wouldn't have even considered this if I would have known that the power consumption this thing would take. All my other engines work fine together, all running at the same time, but as soon as you put this one on, it won't even try to run. It just flickers like it's going over like the dirtiest track in history. And then the keep alive doesn't work during that because there's not enough power to charge it, and you know, send a signal to all the other locos running or not. So that's a bummer, but I knew I was going to have to upgrade to a 10 amp system eventually. So anyway, I'm going to start with 5 amps. I'm going to get that SB5 booster, and then I have another 5 amp booster that I'll add on to if necessary. So, but I don't want to jump to 10 amps because I don't want to just get all my engines from 2 to 10, you know, and amp them up slowly, you know. But we'll see. But that's just something I got. It's a beautiful model. Other than its power consumption, I mean, it's beautiful. They got a couple things wrong. It does not come with an e-bell, and they said they sent it back to me with an e-bell sound. It's a freaking steel bell. I mean, oh my gosh. Anyway, whoever made it doesn't know what an e-bell sounds like. But I also have one, so I'm more pickier about it than others would be. But anyway, enough about that. But other than that, I mean, there's no spitter valve. This has a spitter valve, and it has rear lit number boards, which there are no rear lit number boards for the Dash 3s. So other than that, it's a beautiful model. Everything's darn near perfect. They even nailed the orange number boards. You can't see it in real life, but on video, it's perfect. So anyway, I got some pictures today at Chip's session, which I did not record. I'm sorry, guys, but I will post those on Instagram of the photos I got today on his river and his industrial scene and all that. So I'll share that later on if I remember. But oh yeah, duh, I added this track, the switch that I took out from over there and put the smaller one in, and actually put here, since it's the exact same radius as this curve. I didn't have to barely move any road bed. So I put insulated joiners here, so this track is actually dead, so I can actually partially use this engine if I put some engines on this track since it's dead. But this is going to be my programming track since I'm upgrading that booster soon. I can keep all this board, it looks like that. I can keep that there and still keep the wires close. So I'll run 2 feeders from there to my thing, and that'll be my programming track. That way I don't have to program on the main anymore. So that'll be a little bit safer, and then I'll have a place to program and / engine storage or transload track or anything. Just a track could be anything. So pretty cool. I'm glad I added that. It's enough for 2 engines, as you can see, but it is close. Like, it does get a little bit close, especially when I end up getting Abrams on this layout. It'll be probably an issue, but I don't plan that anytime soon. That spring model depot, some guy was Alan was showing me that today, and they're supposed to be out, he said, last fall, but who knows, we'll see. Just something I've been toying around with. I was going to have a guy custom make him, but he wanted a lot of money, which I was expecting. It's a crap ton of work, but that's a lot of money. So anyway, I'm going to hold off on that. They're making some N-scale ones, and I'm going to pick up probably just a 3-pack of those, since they're priced pretty well. Moving on over here, I was able to finally get this engine shed built. I don't know how long I've been talking about that. The roof is not, it's not supposed to be there. That is just not supposed to do that. Anyway, just 3 sides. I did screw up, and I just made a duplicate of this side. This side is not focused. Has the texture. This side's smooth. Yeah, I just reversed my template, and I reversed it the wrong way, and then I just put some small shims in there to keep that a little stronger so I can wiggle it and not fall apart. And then I put some I'm just gonna set this down before I have to put a seizure warning on this video. I don't know if I can focus today. That'd be nice. Oh my gosh, I give up. Anyway, they're little brackets like this, and I just put them over the building just to make it look a little bit beefier from the exterior view. It gives it a little bit of a, just a little bit of a 3D-ness to it. So, and it gives it a little more character. So, anyway, this is supposed to be modeled after the grain elevator in Dawkins, Ohio, and I'm very happy with it. It's very close. Realistically, it should be out more, and then trucks could possibly drive. It's really bumpy. I don't think it was made for it. I know trucks don't drive underneath it that I know of. There were no evidence of tire tracks or even a way for semis to get into it. But it looks like at one point in time it was meant for 2 tracks. Well, it has 2 tracks going through it actually. But if I remember right, I'm not sure. I know there's 2 tracks right before it, and then it goes to 1. Like, anyway, I'm talking too much. It's almost finished. I just got to do the roof, which is in that styrene pack down there. So I'll do the roof, but I got to figure out, how far back I need to make the circle cut out for the roof. So we'll see. And then I may make a wall just like that. But I mean, once I get the roof on there, I mean, I don't know how someone would get behind and say, "Hey, you're missing a wall back there." Hey, yeah, I know. But anyway, I'm not going to worry too much about it, because I still have to do all the railings, and the piping, and then the elevator itself, so oh my gosh. So, anyway, that's just scary thinking about it. But anyway, I did get some more ballasting done. I got from here on, so that's about 16 feet total. This track here is normal, and then the other track is just straight gray mixed with more black and a lot of tan just mixed in. Randomly heavier in some spots. Excuse me. And I still haven't cleaned it. Like you can see, there's quite a bit of ballast on top of the tires, so I gotta get rid of that. And then that was actually an accident, but I like how it looks. I think I might put glue on that. I think that looks pretty cool. So, who knows? We'll see. Excuse me. And then from here on was just done like 2 hours ago. So, anyway, I also found a feeder hole that was never filled. I kept putting ballast on it, and finally I looked underneath the layout, and there's a little itty-bitty pile down there. So, so that's what it's from. So, and actually you can see the glue actually, so that little itty-bitty pile is now going to be glued to the ground. Great. So, oh well. I just realized that. So, anyway, then I'll continue on with all this in one section, and then what I'll probably end up doing is just doing all of this at once, or just, you know, quitting like halfway and just do all of this. So, we'll see. I'm not too worried about that right now. I'll get to it when I get to it. I may only have time, you know, to just do a foot. So, but this is the work of about 2 or 3 sessions. It takes me about 2 hours to ballast 3 to 4 feet the right way. I could go a lot faster, like this was done in an hour. Hour and a half was almost 5 feet done, and it looks like complete and utter crap. So, everyone else I've talked to thinks it looks fine, but I think it looks, I don't like it. And especially up here and stuff, it's just, ugh. If I could go back in time and redo this, I would do it in a heartbeat. But, I don't know. I'm not too concerned. Once I get scenery, I'll just fill up trees or something. But, you know, I can't do that. This is supposed to be the country scene. I'll probably have fields paralleling here. And then all this fascia will be probably chopped off even eventually. So, sorry about that. I was able to get these. Oh, sorry. I got these wheels painted. I didn't paint the bottom. I like how they kind of fade to black as they go down, but these have been glued together for quite some time. I just ended up painting them that kind of a darkish orange there, and that's actually what I painted the UPS store as well. So, anyway, other than that, I don't believe I have anything else. I did get this engine working, but I've got to take it apart again and kind of try to comfy the decoder in there better, because right now, I mean, it is solid. So I need to fix that before I crimp the wires too bad. But I did get a new decoder from Phil. Or, I'm sorry, not a decoder, a light board, and it works fine. So, and I actually got a Genesis board in there too, so I can put ditch lights in it like the real one has. So that'll be cool. And then I am going to order some LEDs soon for these Aces. I'm not going to bother with the rear ones. I'm just going to tear out the rear ones and put lenses in. But yeah, this will be the first engines to get LEDs, and then I'll phase to my other Athearn engines. So anyway, that'll be awesome. I don't ever plan on separating those engines, so they don't need rear headlights. So, but anyway, I honestly think that's it. I need to make a trip to the attic. But other than that, I mean, I don't know of anything else I've done. A lot of stuff done for me, anyway. But I don't think it was 18 minutes worth. So I'm sorry, guys. If you're still watching, comment your cookie of choice. But other than that, I'm out of stuff. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And I will see you guys in the next video.